Nun gut, wir haben den Schlüssel. Wir werden jetzt mal nach oben gehen und kriegen den Schlüssel dann ins Schloss und lassen mal diese mysteriöse Person da hinten raus. Wer auch immer das sein mag. Wer auch immer das sein magst, auf die Tür. Sal Limones wäre stolz.
On the phone, Anna told me to meet her on the metro.
All right, listen, take this. It's a black night. Safe place. It's my son. One of my relatives must be waiting outside the hotel.
How will I recognize him?
Everyone in my family is a miller. They know what's going on and they'll help you meet Anna. I hide in here.
Okay.
And as soon as you leave, I'll also escape. Good luck.
Thanks.
Ist recht.
He's locked it from the inside and I need to get going anyways.
Okay, gut. Das heißt, wir sollen jetzt rausgehen, richtig? So, hier ist wieder... Ja, trink mal noch einen Schluck. Ach, guck mal, er hat schon Pause.
Comrade, you are not allowed to take government property out of the hotel. You need to return the tennis racket as its owner will be released soon. You cannot take the gas mask. Please return the pamphlet.
Understood.
I see you have a bust of Scram. Please return it.
But I brought that from home.
Please do not create a fuss. Fusses are frowned upon here, as are hisses and tantrums. Just return it, please.
Okay. Hat er das jetzt alles genommen?
That wasn't so hard, was it?
I hand it over with a heavy heart. And only so I can be on my way.
Okay, dann hier.
Wait a minute. The lenses are fogged and the straps are cinched tight. As if a small-boned girl was wearing it. Was there unauthorized usage involved? You will tell me now.
Of course not. I'm an innocent man. I found it like that.
Okay. So, hier.
I see you have been playing some sort of dirty version of tennis, comrade.
Oh, ja.
Oh, well, it got all dusty like that.
Mhm.
By itself.
Ist klar. Und, was war noch? Darf ich gehen? Ich weiß nicht, was ich jetzt noch zusätzlich hatte. Raus hier. Oh. Hi, Sergeant.
What's next?
I'll take you to the leader, comrade. And on the way, you will see our city.
The city. Yes. Great idea. Oh, let's take our time.
Just a moment. Please, return things taken from the hotel to the reception desk.
Ah, 1 second. I'll return them.
Tja, welche denn? Die Granate, ne?
I hope nobody... Much like eating food at a carnival, that's...
Hä? Das Pamphlet?
I can see that someone has drawn check marks on this. I cannot believe someone would do this. This is now useless. Who would do such a thing?
Ich hab keine Ahnung.
Right there with you. Who would do such a thing? It's an outrage, all right, but there's no need to dig any deeper. I'm sure that someone sure learned their lesson. Whoever that may be.
Your response about the marks is quite strange.
Nein,
Do you know something about this, comrade? We are very lucky to have extra electricity this week. I would hate to use it on something other than lighting.
Electricity? Do your worst, friend. I cannot be broken.
So...
All right, oh sweet God, it was me. I did it. I'm guilty of vandalism and having amazing artistic talent. Those check marks are gorgeous. And it was me all along.
You look ready to cry like little babushka. I am making joke, comrade. The pamphlets are disposable. And actually, yes, the check marks are very nice.
Na siehst du, hätte ich doch gleich behalten können, ihr Mann. Ich möchte rausgehen, und zwar sofort.
Stop! Where do you think you're going?
Excuse me, could I step outside for a moment to get some fresh air?
You are not allowed to leave the hotel unaccompanied, comrade.
Unaccompanied? Well, I mean, I am single. I guess I should say single but looking. Should I have been issued a... Look, I don't know if I'm ready for a serious relationship.
I meant by the sergeant.
Okay, kann ich jetzt raus?
Stop!
You are not
Unaccompanied? Should I...
I meant...
What's next?
I'll take you to the leader, comrade. And on the way, you will see our city.
The city! Yes! Great idea! Oh, let's take our time.
Comrade Evan, look at the Crimson Square. One of the central points of our beautiful capital. It's truly magnificent, is it not?
Yes, it is, but it's rather empty, isn't it?
What do you mean? There's a line forming, right over there.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Okay, ich darf jetzt gehen. Kater.
Smells
Pferd.
of flower.
Okay, der riecht nach Mehl. Blumenhändler.
The florist is selling carnations to some old lady. Good day. Can we talk? Oh, I don't understand Matryoshkan.
Schade. So, den Kater fragen wir gleich. Ich gucke erst mal.
I don't understand any of it. It's in Matryoshkan. I didn't know they had Wyzants in Matryoshka. Or maybe it's the skull of a different animal. I should take a closer look. I didn't know they had Wyzants.
Ja, geh doch hin. Sagt er, will sich das genauer ansehen und dann?
The butcher really got boned on that crutch. I love topical humor. Good day. Can I have a word?
Custom gada po Matryoshka nusko.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't understand your language. I'll take that as a tentative yes?
Oder auch nicht. Was haben wir hier? Ein Stadtplan. Super. Oh, da ist eine Schlange. Und ein Stadtplan. Wir stehen jetzt hier wahrscheinlich, ne?
Everything's in Matryoshkan. I don't understand any of it.
Guck mal, hier ist drüber geklebt. Hier ist doch ein Brachland.
The entrance is guarded by an armed soldier.
Was steht hier? Stutje? Keine Ahnung. Ist halt so halb kyrillisch, ne?
Hello, can we talk?
Costa gada pro Matryoshka knusko.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, nichts verstanden. Lange
Don't
Schlange.
these people have anything better to do? Do any of you understand me?
Tja, ich glaube nicht.
Unfortunately, I don't speak
War da gerade
Matryoshkan.
Feuer? Da war gerade MG-Feuer. Ach, guck mal, der ist überall.
You have an uncanny ability to teleport, Sergeant Medvedev.
That's correct. Major Watson has shown me how to silently appear behind people. It is very useful. I am like Comrade Ninja.
Incredible.
Genosse Ninja, das ist cool. Warte mal, das will ich aufschreiben. Genosse Ninja. So, Ob ich das verwende, ist eine andere Sache, aber ich finde es irgendwie putzig. So, hier, das ist schon aufgefallen, der hat so kurze Beine.
Respect for someone and a maniacal cult is exceptionally thin here.
Das fällt ihm jetzt auf, der ist doch so fanat gewesen.
I can't read that. I don't know Matryoshkan. Remember to stay hydrated. Achtung Minen? I think that's a souvenir from the previous war.
Das ist doch eine Rakete hier, guck mal.
If I weren't in the middle of an urgent mission, I'd gladly see these pearls of architecture.
So, was haben wir hier noch?
There's constant gunfire coming from beyond the palace gate. The soldiers must be doing rifle drills.
Bestimmt.
Huh. I don't understand. I always wanted to know my future. Do you speak my language? Well, I don't understand a thing.
Okay, hier war ein
The
Postfach.
Matryoshkan Postal Service will make sure your letter doesn't contain any errors. Spelling errors, of course. I always imagined a communist system would be more, you know, communal.
Ja, das ist aber kein kommunistisches System. Das ist ja das Problem.
Are you asleep?
Okay, der schläft. Ja, der schläft.
I feel sorry for them. But how did they get here anyways? I guess communism guarantees the end of homelessness. Ha! What a nice perk. You look like someone who speaks my language. Meh.
Okay, wir müssen auf alle Fälle die Sprache hier lernen.
After I save the leader, I'll surely be welcomed inside the walls of this monumental complex. Open arms, here I come.
So, was bleibt uns jetzt anderes übrig? Ich brauche bloß zur Baustelle laufen. Ah nee, ich gucke erstmal die Baustelle an.
I always wanted to sit behind the wheel of an excavator like this. Just like a real construction man.
Ja, Evan the Baumeister. Oh, wir können so rein. Jetzt sehe ich das hier erst. Okay, wir können...
Vroom. Mixing air doesn't make sense.
Okay, wir können hier wahrscheinlich was mixen.
It's a good thing they care enough about safety to cover these holes. A board nailed to a piece of wood stuck into the ground. Huh. Nothing special. Someone's going to have quite a view.
Ja, quite a view.
It looks crooked. Like the architect was good, but the construction crew botched it. Or they were drunk.
Naja, es geht ja kaputt, wird abgerissen. 500+% irgendwas. Oh, hier ist eine Fußmatte, die nehmen wir mit.
Take something if you like.
Oh, but this is a comic book.
Precisely. I only peruse periodicals of importance.
Okay, was ist denn das für eins?
A comic book about the adventures of superhero Captain Matryoshka.
Ja.
Good day. It's nice to see someone in Matryoshka who speaks my language.
I assimilated your low vernacular before the current era of obscurantism permeated the nation. Then, as the director of the Department of Foreign Language...
Ooh, I know that word. But shouldn't it be foreign languages?
Language. Just one. There is only one foreign language sanctioned in Matryoshka.
Oh.
I presented the Ministry of Education with a proposal for the intensification of the educational dynamic, complete with an exhaustive explication thereof, but alas, I was deferred.
Yeah. Explications. I hear you on that. They can be pretty rough stuff.
I presume, dear boy, that your fumbling inquiry is in regard to my existential angst?
Angst?
Yes?
Indeed, the incontrovertible decision of those dilettantes affected me deeply. I remained imperturbable, lest those commies take pleasure at my discomfiture.
We all know how dilettantes can be. Also, commies is not the preferred nomenclature. Democratically challenged, please.
I'm aware of what I'm saying.
Are you implying I'm not?
I am not imputing anything, boy.
Good. I've grown very fond of my limbs.
However, I would advise you not to disseminate words you do not understand. You will only look a fool, and possibly lose your aforementioned appendages.
I am a journalist, and I am adept at wielding the full breadth of my glossary.
I happen to possess, within my humble archives, a book of Matryoshkin phrases for...
Ja.
It may contain somewhat archaic turns of phrase, but I believe it will greatly facilitate communication with our people.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
If you ever happen to have a surplus of ration cards for sugar, chocolate, or fruit, I will gladly accept them as compensation.
Sugar, chocolate, or fruit. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, Dialog.
Please tell me, what's it like living here?
I feared we were mired in this odious reality for good, since my brethren have a self-destructive predilection to a perseverative.
Oh, you mean walking through parks in the evening in a long trench coat to open it in front of unsuspecting journalists?
Ey.
Not perverse, preservative. And I'm sorry that happened to you, my dear boy. That sounds monstrous.
Only if it wasn't cold out. And thank you.
I meant a predisposition to repeat the same mistakes.
I see.
Meanwhile, it seems there is a ray of hope.
What are you saying?
Nothing else for now. That grandiloquent satrap has eyes and ears everywhere.
Who?
That pompous despot boy.
Ha! You're telling me. Well, I hope you'll tell me. Who are you talking about?
The leader.
Oh! Please don't talk about the leader like that. I know what a despot is, and he's not like that at all. Sure, he wields absolute power and all, but...
Don't try to pacify me. I have lived here for 70 years, and I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah? Well, I just got here, and I know exactly what the leader is like. Good and just.
Oh, God.
And before you ask, I know all this because I read about him in a Matryoshkan government-approved publication. I saw photos of him playing with children and petting sweet little puppers.
Oh, dear boy. You have been egregiously misinformed. The leader is a bloody tyrant who, between breakfast and lunch, signs the death warrants of entire families without looking up from his meal, which is assuredly more robust than any meals his citizens consume.
I don't mean to lecture you, but you're just buying into the lies spread by the leader's enemies. The people love him. Except you, of course.
Balderdash! The people loathe him. He is a godless butcher.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe that.
I see that we are at an impasse on this matter. You will soon see the truth for yourself.
Das glaube ich auch. Das war vorher schon klar. Uns und mir und euch war das schon klar, aber ihm leider nicht.
What can you tell me about this construction site?
Every day is the same. They spend the first half of the day loitering, and then pretend they're working at 1000% efficiency.
Naja, so war es nicht in der DDR.
Is foreign to them all.
Oh, I understand that. In the States, we have a group of people just like that. We call them Congress.
So I have heard. And on top of that, this termagant is spewing sparks all over my priceless incunables.
Termagant?
An unpleasant lady. A welding woman.
I don't mean to be rude, but why are you sitting in this pipe?
My existence within the pipe is not punitive in nature. In lieu of an apartment, which is evidently still under construction, I received an easement to utilize this pipe.
Ah, well, obviously it's an easement. Correct. Now, what's an easement?
It means I can use this government-issued pipe until my apartment building is completed. Fortunately, I am not overly ambulatory, so I have had no cause to complain for the past 5 years.
Oh, and what happened to your previous apartment?
Previously, I had lodged at the university. The greatest caesura in my life occurred when a censor, editing my latest publication about the leader, replaced every instance of horrific with terrific. Some sycophant heard my response to the censor, which only brushed against transgression, and pettily denounced me.
Uncool. Those sycophants are the worst.
And that is how I lost my tenure and apartment. And now I await my new allotment.
Why don't you move into a different apartment? One that's already built.
There isn't one.
What do you mean?
There has been a housing deficit for years.
I'd heard that was impossible under communism.
Well, now you can see for yourself how things work here.
Tja, wach auf, mein Freund.
Can anything unpleasant happen to me here because I'm a foreigner?
With your views, dear boy, you have nothing to worry about. Unless, of course, you encounter the leader's pet.
What do you mean?
Vlad, the Minister of Propaganda. A beastly, cruel man. Everyone should fear him.
I doubt we'll be running into each other, but thanks for the warning.
Ich glaube, wir werden in den Rhein rennen.
I won't trouble you any longer.
Before you depart,
Ja.
one more inquiry. Have you spoken with the apotropaic dame by the palace walls?
I tried, but we couldn't understand each other.
That will undoubtedly become feasible once you've familiarized yourself with the book I've granted you.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay, danke für den Tipp.